Probably I need to put a little bit more.
And we're hopefully live. You know how much I hate these awkward moments before we actually talking. Everybody looks like so stupid, not just us, but everybody who does live streams and stuff. So what was that? I got the finger right before we... Stop talking, you. Okay, so hopefully video will play after the ads. Fuck off. Fuck off, ads. I cannot see myself. Guys, can you hear and see us? Oh, I can see myself. Oh, hey. I can see myself. We were planning on being on time. However, this is not going to happen this year, I guess. Because apparently... Who is on time? Do you call like 15 minutes late being on time? That's not on time. My goodness. Hello, guys, and Merry Christmas. It was yesterday. For those of you who celebrated and for those of you who don't, like happy holidays or festive period or whatever you want to call it, as long as it's as long as there is food, drink, relaxation involved. I celebrate anything. So yeah, particularly for me, I'm a big fan of Christmas, but that's something to talk about. Even full-time streamers often have issues of one kind or another. You know what kind of issues I have? The issues I have. Can you stop whistling like an idiot? I need to. So, I don't know if you're hearing any audio disturbance in the back. That's sad. So, my problem is that it's all fine and dandy to have issues and stuff. However,
Don't have issues.
Oh, seriously? You've been working on this for like, I don't know, 45 minutes? I do it in advance. So you find a solution, but I mean, like, he finds a solution that works, like for a couple of times, then he forgets what his solution was, and then again from zero. It's like, can't you keep notes? I mean, like every normal human being. Especially because you have ADD, you need to keep notes. What do you mean, fuck off? Like every time, the element of surprise, panic, and terror, and then we call the Greek people last minute. How about you?
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
I said fuck off.
What is a fuck off? It's a polite way. You're polite because it's Christmas?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I don't want the fucking top chat. I want the live chats. Good evening, Mark, Mitch, Nora, Shadows Coin, Feeling Constellations, Mad Hatter, and everyone else watching. Can you stop? I'm trying to talk. Oh my goodness. Stop. It's not funny. It's not tasteful. It's disturbing. It's nerve-wracking. I'm going to start shouting.
No.
You know what? As a person who generally likes to keep things in lists, in categories, in folders, like if you somehow took a peek inside the laptop, everything is categorized, everything is tidied. It's tidy. I tidy everything up according to folders, years, days, up to a hysterical point. I do not have OCD. However, I to keep things organized because I have an insane amount of files. Are you drunk? What is this sound of constipation?
Happy holidays. Feliz Navidad.
You know what I saw when I was setting up the live? I saw a pair of socks fucking Christmas tree? Why would you do that? There is a fucking pair of used. Kind of mockery is that?
Feliz Navidad. Feliz
Well,
Navidad.
he's fixing his migraine pills and he's singing
Feliz Navidad.
whatever he's singing anyway.
Feliz
So how have you guys been? Most importantly, I cannot fucking gather my thoughts here. Silence, please. Stop. You're acting like a mentally damaged kid. Can you calm? Can you calm? I mean, like, I'm gonna fucking take you to the wherever they take people like that.
Not just yet.
You're not. So you're just stop.
Not just yet, dear.
Okay. Let's take it again from the start. So, hello everyone. Good evening. This is called Boxing Day here in the UK. This is the day after Christmas Day.
It is Santo Stefano.
Santo Stefano in Italy, I guess. For whoever celebrated, and happy holidays for whoever didn't celebrate. And I hope you're all doing okay. So, how have you been? Just type, what did you do? Like, are you in your countries visiting families, or is your family or whoever you celebrated with in the same country as you? Feel free to share. It's the Grinch putting his clothes or socks on? Well, he's sorting out his pills. What the fuck are you even doing there anyway?
Sorting my bits out.
And is that the time?
Yes.
Is that the time to do that?
Because being lonely.
Well, I swear he's not drunk. He cannot drink because of the migraines. So this is just 100% pure him.
Happy holidays.
Oh, my goodness.
Happy holidays.
So, thank you very much for tuning in, despite
Don't tune in. Use a tuner.
enough.
What did I say?
Enough.
Use
Thank you for tuning in. Although it's a festive day, and I really didn't know whether I should do this live stream or not, because I said people are gonna be with their families and everything.
Why?
So, usually people are out or in, like, drinking, eating, having fun, like offline kind of fun. Remember that?
No, you do something online as well.
Well, usually people don't. However,
authorities.
do you understand? I'm unable to structure even a normal sentence because you cannot just be silent for a second.
No, I'm not. This is a live stream. We share thoughts.
Yeah, this is a live stream. This is not fucking diarrhea live stream.
We share thoughts on a live stream.
You are not sharing thoughts. You're sharing disturbance, auditory disturbances only.
Today, from the government, I've been receiving a very serious message with shouty and capital letters. Go and have very mandatory letters. Go and have a booster.
Yeah,
At my house.
I received 2 of them too.
Very mandatory.
2 SMSs.
Very mandatory.
Great. I have been taking care of my feline family. Thumbs up, Mitch. We love animals. And props to you, because real men love cats and dogs, but they also love cats. And I love men who love cats. I don't really do anything myself on Christmas. Weather in the Midwestern US is so unpredictable in the winter that I typically travel to see family in the spring instead. Not bad. That's not bad. Ciao tutti. Buon Natale.
Ciao a tutti belli brutti.
Hi, Arthur. I was working yesterday, was working today, will work tomorrow. Fucking sucks. no strength to make music, and I wanted to make a final track for this year for Ambient Kingdom. World spare me. What is Ambient Kingdom? Is that like a side project? I'm very like many companies in the UK. They closed today. Just wanted to allow, their worker, their staff, to actually take a fucking break. And I think we can all understand that. Right. Yeah, well, just guys, don't push yourselves. If you are like multitaskers, like we are, I cannot see anything. If you are multitaskers,
I can see my foot.
Well, I cannot see anything.
Happy holiday.
First of all, you're screwing me up with this. Fix it now.
I can't be bothered.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I cannot.
Yes, you can.
What you can do? It's this.
No, yes, you can.
I have to do.
I don't care. Yes, you can.
No, I can't be bothered.
Could you be more ridiculous? At least have the decency.
Hello.
At least have the decency after creating so much trouble to fix something. Stand up.
It's down there.
Stand. This is not funny. Stand up. Now.
Oh my gosh.
Now.
You just want the child.
Now.
Oh my gosh.
You can carry the cat with you if you want.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
So what I was saying, some pubs have stayed open. Hi, Jasmine. It's been a while indeed. Welcome. Still.
Mom is stupid.
Mom is stupid. I'm checking things beforehand. You tell me things are fine, and then everything is shit.
Blah, blah, blah.
What do you mean, blah, blah, blah? The answer is I'm sorry.
I am not.
What do you mean you didn't know?
I'm not.
Why aren't you?
It was absolutely
Who is
fine.
going to take you seriously if you do not make good on your word?
It was absolutely fine.
How was it absolutely fine?
It was fine.
Welcome to the world of amateurs.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, welcome. Oh my God. I don't know how much I'm going to cope with this kind of thing until the end of the live stream, but hopefully I am.
Well, I don't have to stay until the end. I think I left the computer with things there.
Did you leave the computer with what things?
Editing.
Oh, so are you honoring us with your presence
Of course.
for a few minutes?
Of course.
Oh, seriously?
Yes, indeed.
Just look there and say it.
I'm honoring you with my presence and Robin's presence.
And so are people who are tuning in, although they could have been, I don't know, having fun with their friends and family.
Yes, indeed.
Therefore, so working, staying home. So what we did, in case you were wondering, sadly, we couldn't go home. We couldn't go to Italy or to Greece. Tickets are skyrocketing this period. So it was kind of like 300, 400 one way. So it was definitely not sustainable. And also we have an album to finish, and also have been delaying the process because of various mental health and various other issues I had. So we really needed to speed up, and hopefully we're gonna get a break after everything is recorded in very soon. Now about that, we do have a studio slot booked, which means that by the end of January, everything should be in place and finalized. And we have been making kind of like a plan for 2022 and 23 for, so you will never have to wait super long for new material from us anymore. Sam, could you please elaborate a bit on your tuition in Giuseppe Verdi Music School? What was the subject matter? How many years was the tuition?
From whom?
What?
Who's asking?
Whose kid are you? Piano παιδί είσαι που ρωτάς.
Who's asking?
Who's asking? It's Mitch Essence from Greece. A boy?
I was just curious.
Okay.
So it was various topics. It was taken from history, and then the topics were obviously composition. It was various things. It was based on obviously the conducting bits, and then you were focusing on which instrument you wanted to do, but the orchestrating bits was the foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was mostly focused on the orchestra bits.
How many years were you there?
5.
5.
Yeah.
So your paper is the equivalent of what degree?
It's a normal university degree.
What do you mean normal university degree? What level? Is it a bachelor's, a master's, a doctorate, a what?
Well, it depends on the country because it's fucking confusing.
The equivalent of, I said.
In here, they call it doctor, for example, in England, it is...
Because it's 5 years?
Yeah, they call it, it's equal to a doctorate degree or...
But even medical school, it's like
no,
5 years.
No.
Or 6.
In Italy, a medical school, medical university is 9 years.
What do you mean 9 years?
Yeah.
So 9 years, you go to university in Italy for medical school. And is what? Is it a bachelor's plus master's? Like you also specialize or something? I don't know how
just
it
to
works.
finish medical school.
What do you mean? Just the basics?
Yeah.
Why is it an extra 3 years or 4?
I have no freaking idea. And then after that, you pick what you're gonna specialize. You want to be a surgeon, if you want to be that.
So what? You need like 20 years of your life just to get the basics down?
Yeah, that's why you're gonna be a doctor. People and the university there when they are very old. But that's why doctors get lots of money in Italy.
I see.
But if you get a good university, usually it's 5 years. And now after 2000, they started doing all this bullshit university in Italy, which is junior university. Well, that's what we call bachelor's, which is 3 years. Okay, and then which is 3 years. And if you want to do the good, the whole path is 5 years, and that's what I did. 5 years, it's the whole thing. But then, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, well, my basic degree was absolutely useless. More useless than, even, I don't know, shitty courses I did online. Those were more useful and practical than the law school degree I was forced to do by my dad, just because he wanted the lawyer in the family. So I had to waste 6 precious years of 17 and a half years old to 21, 23, because it took me a couple of extra years to finish off difficult exams and whatnot. I spent my best years studying something completely useless. However, it did have one positive side effect, and that's probably just one. Of have a general grasp of law in general. However, depending on the country, things change, but some things don't, which is great. And also, I used to be more scatterbrains, more chaotic thinking, more more out there. So I became more organized, more practical, more methodical, more kind of pragmatic. which is great. However, I didn't have to spend like fucking 6 years getting traumatized and going against my fucking nature. But anyway, the rant is over. The thing is long gone. So many years passed since then. And yeah, just if you're a parent and you have children, please do the best in your ability to guide them to find exactly
What they like.
what they are good at, and what they can contribute to the world, to
Okay.
society, and yeah, in general, because this way you create happy people and they're going to be good at it. Work is not going to feel like work and all that kind of cliche stuff that, despite being cliche, they're very, very true. Please never make the mistake and force your children to study something that they don't want to. um, I wouldn't wish that to anybody.
By the way, a few months ago, I joined an academy. Still pursuing the festival bits.
What academy did you join?
It's an academy from Los Angeles.
I thought you were saying an academy from lasagna, and I'm like, what?
From Los Angeles, and discuss. I don't know when I will be able to really finish, but it is a university, and it's online, and it is for cinematic composing.
Oh, did you?
Yes, and I think I showed you
Robin.
the certification. It's quite expensive, but it's good. At some point, I will finish it.
Good for you, I guess. I got confused with what you said.
Why? It's just something that I will keep pursuing in my life.
Okay, it was about fucking time. Can't wait to hear your stuff. Demos sounded epic. Yes, well, uh, I'm very excited about the new songs. Actually, everything has been, or almost everything has been composed as vocal lines, because that's how I work. I don't want. I don't believe personally that there is any wrong answer.
And then
There is the fifth one. But that's the way I work, and I want the music down, complete with keyboards, because the piano was the first instrument that I learned, and I started comprehending music as a small kid, like 2, 3, 4 years old, when I started sort of playing the piano. This is how I comprehend music, keyboard based or piano based. So that's kind of like my compass, so to speak. So this is also a reason why we keep fighting like there's no tomorrow, because he understands based on guitar, I understand based on keyboard, and I do not have the music education that he has, that level of education. So I'm trying to make do with what I have.
I understand based on nothing, basically.
I understand based what? I understand based on nothing.
I understand based on nothing.
Okay, he understands based on not just thinking the notes. Okay, good for you. But not everybody has a music degree like you. I simply went to music school for until I was 17, 16. And then around university for several years. But that was it. Like my music theory lessons stopped when I was 14 or something. And of course, I remember nothing these days. Loving. No, it's such a pity that you cannot see him. Oh, baby.
He's losing me.
So, that's about it. While Robin is a fully grown Viking god now, so fluffy. Actually, Nora, he's not, because
He's still missing.
he's still there was a part like around here that had been shaved in an awkward way, probably in the reverse way. So his hair resisted growing. So it's the last part remaining. So when that grows, hopefully in another, I don't know, 3 months or something, he will be full. But right
He'll be
now
a lion.
Right now,
Oh,
he's
no, questo
like
vaccino è sbaciucchino, don't leave. No, 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 questo
he's
vaccino è
around
sbaciucchino.
85%.
No, 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 sbaciucchino.
He wants to leave.
He
Respect,
cannot leave. He's sbaciuchino.
respect his wishes. He needs to leave.
Do you want to leave?
Yeah, he needs to leave. Let him.
No!
Oh, Madonna mia.
Another round of sbaciuchini. Quick, quick.
I didn't do much, just eating a lot of walnuts and poppy seed rolls. I baked. Sounds good. Then chilling with the husband, the cat, all the new books. Sounds like a good recipe. Family visited us 2 weeks ago, as I'm not allowed to fly anymore. Oh, why is that? After a point, you're not allowed to fly anymore. Oh, I didn't know.
No!
We're very much looking forward to the new album. We'll ask too because it's been weighing on my shoulders like for such a long time, and
Weighing on my balls.
I've been guilt tripping myself like very heavily, knowing that I have to do stuff, but then again, I don't like to produce stuff under pressure because this I know
do.
what kind of retardation is that?
Finish.
Are you expecting a round of applause or something?
And clean that pezzo di culo on the wall.
Madonna mia. So, like what I said is that if I do something under extreme amounts of pressure, I believe that the quality will not be up to par. So right now, although I mean I do have a deadline, and I was saying before you interrupted me for the upteenth time that I have all the songs have been composed, and I'm just doing lyrics right now. I have 3 down, two down, I think 2 or 3 down,
Yeah.
and a few more to go. And I believe, although this is not official, I think how many tracks did we say that the album will have?
9.
Nine full songs plus any kind of instrumentals or
Yeah.
intro or whatever we choose. We have not decided on that yet.
No.
So you're gonna get 9 full songs for sure, and I believe it's gonna be very, very surprising.
Yeah.
In a good way. So
But there is much more stuff.
what? Yes, actually, we have prepared. However, just 9 of them are going to be included in the a stock of good tracks to on the side for the reason that I mentioned before, because we don't like keeping you waiting for so long again. Actually, we were going to switch to the model I just described, to the model I'm just going to describe. Sorry, with the previous album. But back then we were working with someone who was more confusing rather than helpful. So we were planning on releasing singles, and by the end of the singles run, we would release a full album. That was a plan. But, due to my brain fog and basically to my brain fog, I forgot right before, like when we were doing the Leap of Faith promotion campaign, I forgot. And when I forget, is supposed to remember, but he didn't remember either. The assistant that we had overpaid, he didn't care to tell us, guys, it's a more productive way to release single by single rather than just a full album and then wait 50 years until the next one. So it didn't happen. And I'm very sorry about that. And this is the reason why there has been such a big gap in releases. But anyway, fuck the doom and gloom, actually. And welcome to everyone who just joined. So things are changing now, and that's what's most important. A special Russian bonus track with Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might need some Russian voices to get that genuine effect, you know. Oh my god. And 10 bonus tracks, 5 Japanese bonus tracks. Actually, for some reason the songs sound better with Japanese lyrics, but maybe that's just me. It kind of flows better. um 9 plus 1 hidden track. You're a piece of shit. Well, maybe you should release that in the form of an EP, because you have a couple of songs that could be um, included.
We shall see.
We Labin.
No.
No,
No.
you said you're leaving, but you're still there. Daddy,
Yeah, they're sleeping. They
Money, everybody. You know,
Shush.
I don't know. I'm like, you noticed that even in the previous live stream, nobody appeared. Unless you go and grab someone, they do not appear. They are just hibernating the whole day.
Robin, don't sleep on the cable.
Good afternoon.
Robin,
That
not
piece of
on
shit
the
song needs to be
cable.
released. Yeah, I believe so too. So, what the hell? So, you know, it's something relevant and irrelevant at the same time.
So,
I was reading somewhere that someone, you know, they were kind of depressed
Mhm.
because this has to do with Christmas presents, okay? Kind of depressed because they believed they were kind of quantifying they were tying their self-worth to the actual monetary worth of the presents they were receiving. So they believed, or they felt not good enough because the presents were not up to par, or up like whatever they expected them to be.
Mhm.
And that person saying that was not some kind of material girl like Paris Hilton or something. It was kind of like a normal everyday person, not online personalities or stuff like that. And it kind of made me think, do you guys believe that presents that you receive or presents that you give, they represent the value of the person that you give them to, or it represents your own value if you are the person receiving the present? I mean, I never took it like that, and fully understand that buying a present um, has a different meaning and it signifies something completely different. And for example, if a person is short of money and it buys you, I don't know, a chocolate costs, I don't know, £1, this doesn't mean that your worth is one chocolate. However, it's a gesture that counts, and the
Yeah.
emotion that is carried through the present, or at least that's the way I experience it. How about
Yeah.
you? What do you think?
It's a
What do you
gesture.
What do you think?
I think it should be the gesture. Obviously, if you can afford more, you're doing more, but it is about the gesture.
I mean, like in the previous years, when I was working my corporate job, like we were going all out with presents and stuff, like um, because we had a bit more money. But since I lost my job, like I've been unable to buy
You
too
know,
many presents and stuff,
in
and
my
we are trying to budget things and stuff. But I do not think that my value decreased
I think
because
in my country
or
we say caval donato non si guarda in bocca. Whatever you receive, we don't see it. You don't. Um, you see how old the age of a horse it is. You can understand the age of the horse.
yeah. When
So if you give a horse as a
as a present you
present,
don't look
look
at the
at the
teeth. Yeah,
teeth.
we have the same thing, the same saying in Greece.
So it's the gesture that you're doing, because if you cannot afford giving a new horse, which is very young, that's the point of it. So I believe it's the gesture if you cannot afford, but it's the fact that if I can give you this seed, I give you this seed because this is what I can afford. But I'm giving.
Why
it.
are you whispering?
No, I'm not. I'm speaking. You're always awkward.
I'm always awkward.
Yeah,
Why?
I was just talking.
I know, but maybe
It's not that I'm aware of what kind of tone I'm using, Sophia.
volume, not the tone. I see. The thoughtfulness of the gift is far more important than the cost.
Yeah.
Indeed, the gesture possibly symbolizes. Yeah, that's what I think. However, for one reason or another, there might be people who are tying their personal worth to physical stuff, like, tangible stuff like gifts.
Of course.
And
But it's not that I'm
needless
gonna
to say,
go-
this is an unhealthy kind of connection. But obviously, whoever is doing it, they cannot help doing it. It's not like they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
So while I do have understanding, I just want to point out and talk about it, and just everyone to get curious, just in case you have felt something like that, or someone around you, or in general. So yeah,
It's not that I would go and learn things from life from Paris Hilton.
I never spoke about Paris Hilton. I just spoke about a normal person who is an offline
Sto
kind of
fucking
person.
chair.
Oh, ciao,
Trudo.
lady. She woke up from the
beauty sleep.
beauty sleep, exactly. So, what kind of movies have you been watching this period?
You can watch anything.
Have you watched the classic?
Wait. You can watch anything, but you know very well you cannot watch things with fake vampires. Thanks.
Fake vampires.
Don't get me started. Don't trigger me.
I'm not going to speak
There
about
is also
that.
Trudo here.
I'm not going to speak
She's
about
gonna
that.
claw you.
Okay. What the fuck are you even doing, lady? Can you stop? Madonna mia.
She's on your tsureki.
Leave my tsureki alone, re.
Vieni papà.
Lady.
No, papà.
Paparia.
Papà. Vieni.
Oh, Madonna.
Vieni papà. Vieni. Papà ti prelieva come una banconota.
Hello, Sophia. Sam chatters. Will your new album have a theme? I have not decided yet. For now, I'm writing the lyrics, and if there is a theme, it will unveil itself. I'm not planning anything. I never plan what to write, what to do, what to compose, because I believe that if I tamper with that, whatever comes out is not going to be original. It's not going to be spontaneous, and it's going to be less than in terms of quality.
Plenty.
However, I've been pondering about that, whether there should be a theme. However, definitely there is an atmosphere and a mood.
It's
Set.
rage.
What?
It is rage.
Where there is lots of rage.
My rage.
I
was so pissed with the pandemic.
There is lots of rage. There is.
I was so pissed at work.
The song is much. The songs are much heavier.
I was so pissed at work.
You were so pissed at work.
Yeah, I was
like a
pissed at work.
Gretsuko.
Yeah. I basically I am a Gretsuko, and then there's.
Are you a Gretsuko?
I am a Gretsuko.
Guys, do you know a Gretsuko? It's a Japanese anime that they show it on Netflix, and
Patrudo.
Sei nudo. It's anthropomorphic kind of animals that play in the anime. It's a frustrated office worker that she's frustrated with the office job in Japan, very typical. And all the characters in the anime, they are kind of like this Japanese society stereotypes. It's extremely hilarious. It's really good. Lots of fun, and highly recommended.
No, don't abandon me.
He's a Gretsuko.
No. Perché?
With the difference that he does not hide his rage.
No.
He's not keeping it any secret. He's just putting it out there.
Guarda quanto amore
It's
c'è
3
dentro.
a.m. Soda, where are you watching us from? We don't like the new Agretsuko season. Oh, seriously, Nora? Is it so shit? We haven't watched it yet. Oh my god, if it sucks, I'm gonna be so sad.
Guarda quanto amore, she's complaining.
Sì,
Sophia.
sì, amore. Sì, amore.
Perché? Dimmi,
I've binge
quali sono i
watched.
tuoi problemi nella tua vita? No, no, Papa.
Okay, I have binge watched The Lord of the Rings. So the new Spider-Man, was it good? We haven't watched that.
Everybody is saying it's amazing.
Now I want to watch vampire movies.
Who's talking?
That's none of your business.
Who's talking?
That's none of your business.
I'm gonna disconnect the camera.
Which vampire movies?
No, we are not
he,
gonna
he
watch.
said vampire movies. He didn't say specific vampire movies. He could be watching I don't know, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay, that could be approved. I'm gonna put the cookie policy here.
Sophia lol Greek lines. Well, when there's too much outrage, the Greek comes out. Just I don't control it.
A vampire policy.
So presents are more of a gesture. Value doesn't matter. I love baking something or inviting friends for dinner or just send a hand-painted cards. Amazing. Expensive gifts. Expensive gifts can make people feel uncomfortable.
Now I'm gonna go and look.
That's
who spoke
absolutely
about
right. I mean,
Who
like,
spoke about vampire? I'm gonna send you a threat message here in the comments.
can you not derail the live stream? Just not disconnect anything, please. He's writing in the chat.
No vampire.
Guys, whatever you see in the chat from now on, it's not me, it's him. Like expensive gifts, I agree that they might flatter you that moment, but then at the same time you might feel stressed that you need to give back kind of like of the same value, and if you cannot afford to do that, it's kind of a stressful kind of thing.
There you go.
Thank you very much for the super chat, David,
Oh,
and
thank you very
Merry
much,
Christmas to you.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Welcome to everyone who just joined.
And no vampire comments.
I see a few new names here too.
There you go.
Kitty not happy.
Kitty not happy.
Well, she was asking
Why?
for cuddles, but she's a kind of neurotic cat.
Yeah.
So she's asking for cuddles while complaining about.
No, she wants kisses,
everything.
but she's complaining because I don't give her the grass to eat.
Well, the grass to eat,
She's
she ate it in the morning.
Yeah, she's just complaining.
I'm growing grass in flower pots because we do not have a garden or a balcony.
She's a pothead.
So I'm growing cat grass in pots, and I put the timer on because if she overeats, she vomits.
She's a pothead.
That's what cats do. So, I have the pots and they eat for like 2.5 minutes, and then we stop and everybody's okay. So the new Spider-Man is great, and I'm going to watch all of the vampire movies. Zombie Sam hates. Please do.
You will not be allowed in the live stream.
Please send us a picture with you watching.
Be allowed in the live stream, unfortunately, my friend. You will not be allowed.
Talking movies, personal take. Matrix 4 was bad. That's exactly what I was going to speak about right now.
That's sad. Yeah.
Well, so we did watch The Matrix a few days ago. And while I personally didn't think it was bad, I didn't think it was stellar either.
It was a bit, if you put a candle up your ass, although haven't tried it.
Although I haven't tried, he specifies that, just in case
just
you
to
thought he was
clarify,
kinky.
It's that feeling like you cannot say it's yes. It's how was the Matrix? I'm not gonna say spoilers, but you say a friend of yours comes to you, you cannot say go back and say excited. Oh, it's still. That's my comment.
Matrix. It was a bit Matrix.
It's like
it was more like Matrix.
I can't say the excitement of all the people who came to me and say go watch Spider-Man. I cannot say go watch Matrix 4. No, I am. I'm a bit. That's my comment.
Lots of love to the family, Christina.
So
Sal is online.
Hello. Unfortunately, yeah.
New Spider-Man has reached 1 billion in profits. Personally, I do not.
Profits means nothing, yeah, because there are loads of people there watching random shit. So.
No, I mean, like, it has been a very successful movie. I personally am not a fan of Marvel.
Profit really means nothing. There are.
Well, it means definitely something to the people who made it.
Yeah, of
They are making
course.
plenty
Of course, but I'm saying,
it's a good indicator on whether to keep making movies like that.
yeah.
So
Um,
whether I mean, like, I personally do not like Marvel movies because I cannot connect too much with the superheroes. I kind of like the doom and gloom ones, like more DC or more DC kind of thing, like more anti-heroes or dark heroes, like the Arrow, like the series Arrow, like very embattled kind of
you know,
people. And however, he did make me watch the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies,
yeah, that
which I
was
had resisted
that was
for the longest time. So we watched them like this year, and they were not half bad. And while I
not
do
half
not,
bad.
I mean, they were not bad. They were nice. You know, I enjoyed watching
They
them.
were
You know?
excellent.
Why Spider-Man? What happened to you? Well, the only Spider-Man I actually liked was the one from, should have been the 80s, like the amazing the Spider-Man and his amazing friends, that he had like Firestar and Iceman, but that's about it. I do not really connect with heroes like that. However, Spider-Man is one of your favorites.
It's the only one from Marvel. Nothing else.
Yeah,
However,
DC,
let's
I
not
think it's better.
let's do not speak about.
Come on, everybody, give me suggestions as to which vampire movie Zombie Sam hates.
Do not do not the cat.
Do
Do not the cat, and let's do not talk about.
Me
Let's
either.
do not talk about the new Batman because I'm gonna get really pissed off.
Me neither. I cannot
That
take all
guy
the
is
Marvel
not
things,
Batman.
but oh well. Well,
That guy is not Batman.
who?
I'm gonna leave the live
I'm
stream.
forgetting his name.
I'm gonna leave the live stream.
Can you stop the verbal diary? I'm trying to speak.
He's not Batman.
What's the name? Oh, come on.
He's the same faggot that was the vampire.
Can you stop?
I cannot. He's not Batman.
We don't use these words here.
We don't use this for. Yeah.
Calm the fuck down.
Okay.
Cheers. Well, he does hate vampires where vampires glow. Long story short, he hates stuff like Twilight and the Vampire Diaries and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like he is very elitist and very bitchy with the kind of vampires. That's like Anne Rice vampires. By the way, rest in peace, Anne Rice. She passed away very recently.
Yeah.
And she was not even that old, if I recall. So it's really a great loss. So if it's Anne Rice vampires, he loves it. If it's shiny vampires, wow.
Can't be.
Okay, I second that. Yeah. The best Batman is the animated series from the 90s. Yes. Nora, I agree.
There you go.
What? I thought you were going to break something. Yeah. By the way, did you know that there was a Fright Night remake with Colin Farrell? I think I saw that in the used Blu-ray shop today. Was it something that was released already? Or is it like
Batman
something?
animated
Because I just
series.
briefly saw the cover and then I just put it back in. Did you know about the remake of Fright Night?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it like, did they release it already?
Yeah.
So okay, I did see it today at the used shop.
Funny.
Have you watched it?
I think so.
Was it good?
I don't remember.
So it
If
wasn't.
it's
So it
that-
wasn't good. Switch to my tablet so I can watch John Carpenter's Vampires. That's a good stuff, I
John
guess.
Carpenter's. I think there was a Dracula from John Carpenter's. Was completely crap.
Well, he did make me watch recently. He did make me watch The Fog.
Don't bite.
Because
Don't bite.
Robin was like, he made a huge yawn, like, and the only thing that you can see, because he's super black, the only thing that you can see
It's
is
a
a
pink
pink
box.
is a pink square of outrage, like, and the teeth. So he made me watch The Fog. He did not tell me that it was a traumatic movie to watch. And while the movie
It's a
was
nice
was
movie.
good per se, he didn't tell me that it was absolutely traumatic to watch.
It's
I
okay.
was extremely stressed. I had like brain fog to the maximum.
Some
After the
people
movie, I'm
die,
like,
Sophia.
thank you for not, I don't know, just giving me, like, for not warning me in advance. Eh, eh, eh. It's-
Okay, people die.
People die. Thanks. So regarding the Matrix,
Funny.
I guess everybody went with super high expectations and everything. So maybe
I didn't. That was the point.
yeah,
went with
I
zero
went
expectation.
with sort of zero expectations. I said usually when stuff comes back, it's usually horrible. That was not the case, by the way, with the new Ghostbusters. If you like the original Ghostbusters, I definitely
Fuck
recommend the new
that.
film. It's the same people who made it, or almost the same people.
I
Highly
went.
recommend. It was great.
I went
At
with
least in my opinion,
zero
it was really good.
expectation.
It really paid respect to
Yeah.
the first movie and everything. And while the Matrix did try to do the exact same thing, I kind of found
Zero meaning to
that
it.
zero meaning. Okay, there is no, there was meaning. However, the stakes were a bit lower,
Yeah.
in my opinion. However, I believe that they are going to make another one.
Well, Sophia, I almost found 0 point into the fact that why are you bugging Neo? It's like it's one of those things like philosophy. Either they made it or they didn't. They could have left it where it was.
Sure.
And it's
However,
like,
Keanu Reeves has become insanely popular the last few years,
and it's a purely marketing movie.
that's my personal opinion.
And
Like off the
the-
top of my head,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it anywhere. Just I personally believe that because Keanu Reeves has been insanely popular lately for being the super nice guy and
Yeah.
the celebrity, the one a Hollywood celebrity without any scandals to their name and blah blah blah. So they wanted to capitalize on that.
Yeah, that's it.
Um,
And how about we make some money? End of the story.
yes, I mean like, but it was not stellar. It was okay. It was okay to watch. It was beautiful and stuff. However, there was no iconic moments, like for example that when you close your eyes and remember, like,
Don't
oh,
give
Matrix.
spoilers.
You are the one who gives spoilers,
I
not
didn't
me.
give any. I just
No,
said.
you are the one who traditionally gives spoilers, not me.
No, wait,
I'm
no,
very cautious
you
and
know
very.
that's you.
What?
That baboon on the right.
What? Oh,
The-
that's
the-
you, the
no,
baboon.
That's you.
So when you close your eyes and just try to remember Matrix number one, there are quite a few iconic scenes, right? Quite a few iconic lines. Well, let's say that this movie didn't have
And
those elements. Yeah, I mean, like it had some familiar topics and people and images and stuff, but there was nothing that, like, in 10 years from now or in 5 years from now, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, Matrix 4, that thing happened.
no,
Um,
you're gonna.
but if you
forget
put
it
that
very
aside,
fast.
it was not a bad movie. It was okay.
Yeah, you're gonna pass the time easily.
Yeah. Ooh. Sorry, let me catch up on what you guys are saying. He's the guy that died in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Yes. And I still cannot remember his name. What's his name, Domenico?
The fuck I care.
I'm a vaffanculo. She was 82, but yep, so sad. And yeah, like 82 still is not, it's old, but not too old. That's about Anne Rice, actually. Some high five. Best vampire boys. Yes or no? It's with Kiefer Sutherland, yeah? Isn't it? You don't like it? Okay, he doesn't like it. He's on his man period. I used to have serious vampire phobia when I was a kid. I even slept in turtlenecks. I was so afraid at night. I'm very sorry about that. Like as a child, it must have been kind of like traumatic to be afraid of stuff like that. But it's very true. Like I had a phobia of the Chucky because back then, like the number one had been released, and in traditional cinemas back then, they used to have like actual. So they had some.
You were afraid of Chucky?
Yes. I was a fucking kid. I was a fucking kid. So they had those slides, the snapshots from the movies, like outside the cinema. And just by watching those, I couldn't sleep at night for several years.
You couldn't sleep.
I was not obsessing over it or something, but it was kind of like the vampires that you just mentioned.
Well, I was afraid of it. So
Yeah, well, I hadn't watched that, and I was avoiding it exactly because of that. It was like those were not movies for children.
I had my cousin Angel, but he was showing me all the horror movies, and one day he comes at home and he shows me it, and I couldn't sleep.
I mean, for those of you who grew up in the 80s, 90s, and before that, I mean, like so many things were going unchecked, including movies we were renting, because back then we were renting movies, apart from those who were watching on TV and stuff. Like parents often they did not check what kind of movies the children were renting.
We were not
like
renting. We
just
were
like in your
buying
case,
directly.
renting, buying, or even worse, staying up late. Like, aren't you checking what the hell your children are watching on your TV at home? But anyway, I'm just being judgmental here. And yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
he had watched everything.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
how the fuck did your parents let you watch all those things when you were 9 or 8? Like, I was just allowed to watch My Little Fucking Pony or something.
Because on TV they were having a symbol. So there was the red, the orange, and
Okay.
the green, and
Well, that happened much later.
and to us instead they were red in the 80s and the 90s. So
80s?
yeah,
Are you sure?
yes. They
Oh,
trying
bene.
to gaslight me into. So um, the orange, it was most of horror movies. It was
Okay, and your parents let you.
misjudged. So my parents were staying up and watching it with me.
What the fuck?
Most of horror nights during summer, my parents were staying there, and sometimes my dad was going out to smoke, so he was not watching the whole movie, but I was staying.
I see. Well, my mom
And
was.
my mom was, cleaning the kitchen, or they were busy during summer, and I was staying horror nights.
Long story short, they were not watching with you. They were allowing you to watch whatever the fuck you wanted. Well, my mom was renting stuff like Nightmare Before Christmas, but that was the end of horror
No.
that we could watch as children. So John Carpenter's Vampires, the closest we ever really got to a vampire western. I used to have, I read that New Ghostbusters, the apology for the 2016 Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, that was awful.
The one with the girls. Well,
that was ridiculous.
well, I did not. I've seen worse, but in general, I'm not a very big fan of gender swap kind of movies. But it was not a horrible movie.
It was a joke.
But it was kind of. It was kind of like I could have lived even if that movie hadn't been made.
That was completely a joke.
Um,
They tried to make a completely box
Keanu
office.
Reeves has one scandal, but it wasn't his fault. There was a car accident that killed his yet to be born baby. Yeah, that's he's had a sad life, hasn't he? Chucky is still scary as fuck. See, someone who understands me. The policy at my house was as long as the killer couldn't show up at your door, it was okay. So Alien and Predator was okay, but Silence of the Lambs wasn't, because fantasy is less scary. and you can get less infatuated with fantasy. Okay. I mean, like it has some makes some sort of sense, but still. But still. Have I missed anything? Well, I will let you in on a little secret. Oh, wait, I missed a few. I missed. Okay, I know that I can mean nothing, but still can be better than dozens of dog shit movies that are in theaters right now. Which movie was that referring to? Um, um, okay, what I missed is that about presents, what we were talking about before. I get what you're saying. That's why I'm donating all of my poker winnings from the last 2 days to a local homeless shelter.
Oh,
Oh, seriously? First of all, you play poker? Nice. I have no idea how to do anything, but it's very noble of you to do the donation to the local homeless shelter. More than anything, it's like we need to keep this energy circulation. Like we receive daily, and it doesn't mean like whether we receive like a monetary value of things, like whether it's money or things and stuff. Like we receive lots of gifts. This is something that I spoke about last night when I was writing the newsletter, that every day when you wake up,
wake up,
you are receiving by default a certain amount of gifts. First of all, the gift of being alive, like you open your eyes, like you have eyes, you have mobility of your body, your organs are functioning. You can, I don't know, you can move your hands, like if you have a partner or someone in your house, like they're alive, they're well. So these are not things that should be taken for granted.
Yeah.
These all are daily gifts, so we keep receiving and receiving and receiving from nature, from the universe, from God, call it whatever you want. So small or bigger gifts. And then you stand up, you have food, or you have a roof over your head, or your bills are paid, or I don't know, somebody tells you good morning, or they smile at you, or anything. So it's very healthy to find ways to give back, and that's not just money or things or physical like labor, like doing stuff. um it's anything from helping someone, speaking to someone, making a difference in somebody's life in any sort of way. So we keep that energy exchange going strong, and this is, I believe, an optimal way to live life to its fullest. Obviously, I'm not perfect myself. I'm still learning, and I believe I'm going to be learning until the last breath I take on this earth. But that is something that I live by and I believe in. So, yeah, kudos to you. And where more people like that. So, let me see what you guys are talking about here. Up next will be Dracula 2000, mainly as I like the soundtrack. I haven't watched that.
I've been what I know that it's from Wes Craven, isn't it?
Did I hear you say Chuck? Yes. Oh my god. I mean, see, he still freaks me out, but I don't see. I used to see Nightmares. It's like, what the fuck is that doll's deal? Yeah, I try to do the charity work every Christmas. COVID more or less killed my chances this year. Total donations 1,800 Canadian, or 1,050 British pounds. That's a lot of money. You're a good player.
Nice.
So I will let you in on a little secret. We have a Christmas drink. I'm just noticing. Okay,
What Christmas drink is this?
this is the sparkling wine, which because I couldn't bother to take out the wine glasses because we're just drinking a shot. I just
cannot.
use these Japanese mugs that we got from Kyoto.
I see.
and I'm just noticing
The one is smaller.
that the pink one, there is a pink and a blue one because for couples and stuff.
Because you're inferior.
The
You're
pink
a
one
woman.
is smaller because
You're a woman
women are supposed.
to be inferior.
Don't even get me started.
You're,
Yeah, this is a bigger one.
you're inferior.
So the man has to be big because it's superior. The woman has to be smaller because inferior. Madonna mia.
Cheers.
Well, anyway, I just noticed that it's absolutely disgusting, but they look great, actually. And we have some Italian sparkle wine to wish you Merry Christmas and a happy festive period for everyone. And
You're small.
cheers.
I'm a man. I have a dick.
Okay, I have a man. I have a,
Oh, okay, just cheers. It's like, my God. So, cheers to you too, guys. Thank you for putting up with us for another year, and thank you for
To a better one.
signing up to more things than you thought you were signing up for, because this conversation here can get out of hand
So,
quite often.
absolutely mental.
Oh my God, it's too tasty. But it's I used to drink alcohol with friends like every week or so, but I completely stopped drinking even socially like 2013. I just don't feel it anymore. I'm old.
They are very
probably.
nice glasses, by the way.
We've never used them. I mean, like, we have them taking space, and
Thanks.
they're extremely nice. We're supposed to drink matcha in them, but they're so cute that we never use them because they're so cute. Mm. So cheers to you guys, and
to a much better
thank you very
year.
much for another year of sticking with us and putting up with all of our shenanigans
Hopefully the year
and all of the trouble, all of the cancellations and the postponements and everything. And we promise that 2022 is going to be a much better year for the band. Either touring opens or it doesn't, we are going to be active. We are going to stay active, and everything, like if we cannot tour and be with you, we are going to live stream performances, new songs, versions, acoustic, whatever the hell you want. Speaking of which, what presents did you get on Christmas?
Socks.
What socks?
Big range.
Where are they?
In the other room.
Bummer. So yeah, in it looks like probably I'm a bit masochistic, so I got him one of the presents I got him was socks. Actually, yeah, socks. More socks for me, I guess.
It sucks.
What?
It sucks.
it sucks for me.
So yeah.
And
Sparkle wine.
and
What a
here we are,
blessing.
my friends. We are at the end of this live stream. And
Wait. Have you watched The Kindred, which is directly based on Vampire the Masquerade, World of Darkness, vampire series of 2000?
No.
I haven't.
However, it sounds like shit.
No, I believe it's Vampire the Masquerade. It's based on the RPG. Isn't that the RPG?
Let's not be so.
Should be nice. I watched the first Alien in a Belgian cinema and the first batch of Living Dead films in a Dutch cinema while working in Europe for 3 years. Good times. Oh my God.
Nice.
I've never watched Night of the Living Dead in the cinema. That's a very old movie. But if, the local cinema is doing reruns, like we've said like 50 million times. If you're in the UK, Vue, VUE. So yeah, we've happily watched lots of old movies lately.
Let's not be very picturesque with vampires.
Thank you for being with us as well. Yeah, actually, I've been trying to keep up as best as I can, like with social media and everything. I've been under too much pressure, and I officially lost control of my time. And when physical symptoms or mental symptoms are pushing too much. I just cannot handle it anymore. So that's why I disappear from online. And I say, I would rather prefer to finish that song than try to write something online that might or might not matter, if you know what I mean. However, I can guarantee that you're going to get sick of us because we're going to be posting a shitload of things very, very soon. And I also promise that it's going to be worth the wait. And it's not that kind of pinky promise, kind of Hollywood kind of like promise. It's going to be safe, and then you die after 5 minutes. It's the kind of promise that I can personally vouch for it. I'm very, very certain. And as a person that tends to not have self-esteem, if I'm telling you that, I I believe in it like 1,001%.
Cool. No, get done with work.
We called it Kindred the Embraced. Growing up with movies these days, I take the difficult road of not watching that much and imagining more in silence. That's also a great thing, because overwatching or overdoing something might be more of a distraction,
Yeah.
rather than, I don't know, entertainment or relaxation. And every period in life is different. I mean, like I spent, I don't know, like 2000 to 2014 not watching movies and not playing video games. Had stopped playing like since late 90s, which was horrible. But now, I went back to that. We're watching movies. Like he got me into movies again. And why? I wasn't playing games or watching movies because I was always trying to work to get an extra task done. So
Yeah.
overworking, this is how I ended up with adrenal fatigue and running on empty for the past 10 years. So permanently exhausted and permanent like brain fog and like working like ugh. So
Brilliant.
um
May it go.
GTFO.
May it go.
Yes, it is based on the RPG books. Okay, yes, I've heard of it, but I've never watched. The series is 9000, so don't expect greatness, but it portrays the political, etc. of the books. Okay, sounds interesting. I will look it up. Fingers crossed, I should be watching Avatar, the group, on the 9th of January. I wish you the best, Mark. Watching bands live it's kind of become rare these days.
Yeah.
And I see that so many artists are canceling
Tours.
their tours. Yeah. And we just heard from some friends that they had paid for um, a buy-on tour. For those of you who don't know, a buy-on tour is a tour where you give money to the organizer to be in order for your band to be included in the lineup. Usually there is sort of a more famous headliner, and underneath the second, third, fourth, fifth band, whatever, they are the people like funding the tour and the headliner. So the small bands are paying to play. So that's a buy-on tour. So these friends of ours, they had just signed up to an expensive buy-on, and the tour got postponed, which means their money is at stake. Not because like there is a bad organizer, they're a good one. However, they're not going to get their money back because they're not playing that tour. It got postponed for the time being, and the money is not returned to them. So I declined any buy-on invitations. We had some of those, but I said right now is not the time. So I stuck to my guns and on producing the best possible material for you. And as far as taking the show on the road is concerned, we have to be patient, both us and you, sadly. Maybe Sam will like this, as he used to play Magic the Gathering. We're going back to Kamigawa in February, and it will be so far in the future that magic will be a Japanese cyberpunk thing for a bit. I'm not sure that I understand this. Happy New Year, Season of Ghosts. Happy New Year to you too. And thank you guys. During the lockdown months, your live streams meant a lot to me. Thank you very much. It was also a therapeutic procedure for us too. And we have grown to like it. And although we're not fighting for, massive audiences and stuff like that, I cannot be bothered to run myself up the wall to try and fight for numbers and likes and what gives. For me, it's important that we have a good core of people, which is you, by the way, watching, that show up and develop their relationship with you guys instead of fighting for numbers. Like I'm not the kind of artist. So
We don't seek vanity metrics.
should have been Funeral for a Friend, but they postponed to March 21. So out of nowhere, they replaced with Avatar. Funeral for a Friend. Oh my God, I remember somewhere in the 90s. No, early 2000. They had a good album. But I haven't watched them since then. The secret I just wanted to let you to share with you, but probably I will not have enough time to analyze that. Is the kind of shows that Zombie Sam likes. So maybe it can be a nice topic to start off our new live stream with. He secretly likes to watch not chick flicks, but chick series. So we always fight.
Chick what?
Series, TV series. So he always pushes me to watch nostalgic stuff that he used to watch as a younger, I don't know, teenager or whatever.
Like?
And it's usually stuff like Gilmore Girls. And now he forced me to watch Dawson's Creek.
Yes. So what's the problem with that?
And what else was it? Also, he watched Buffy. Well, Buffy was a decent one.
Fuck yeah.
But Gilmore Girls, and Dawson's Creek and stuff where people are walking around like virtually and mentally covered in, I don't know, body fluids or something.
Okay, I do not agree with Dawson's Creek.
What do you mean you don't agree?
But the Gilmore Girls was a very nice
You
one.
you don't agree with Dawson's Creek. It was your idea to watch it.
Okay, I just said I used to watch it when I was very, very young. And it's something very light to take your minds off.
Just like your friend, our
Heaviness.
common friend said, he told him, like, you are that kind of girl. It's like, I agree. You are that kind of girl.
And I said, things are a bit heavy right now for me, and I need to take my minds off,
So you don't like sparkly vampires, but you like Dawson's Creek.
So what's the fucking issue?
They have virtually the same kind of target audience.
It's really, really fucking different to watch a fucking vampire shining and to see a bunch of dicks
One is teenage romance,
that
and
they
the
are
other one
completely
is
stupid.
teenage romance. And Gilmore Girls is
No, it's completely different
a
than
man who is
seeing
competing.
a vampire is supposed to be a Victorian thing
Oh my God,
and seeing a bunch of idiots doing shit.
Okay. Sorry, I got a phone call. What about Beverly Hills? Well, I didn't like that either. I like the setting.
Of course,
I-
he doesn't like any of these
I
things.
liked-
Beverly Hills was fantastic. And how about Happy Days? You don't even know Happy Days.
I never watched Happy
My
Days.
God.
I don't remember.
You don't know the fonts. Guys, the fonts. I mean, the fonts.
The fuck? So I was not a very big fan of Beverly Hills. And in general, I didn't like
Sunday, Monday, happy day.
I didn't like series where everybody was in a relationship with everybody at some point, and everybody had slept with everybody, and there was unlimited dating, like I'm dating your ex and you're dating my mother and I'm dating your ex-father and I'm no.
Ah, come on, come on.
Give me fantasy, give me horror, give me I just don't want any
And then you give her horror.
any teenage
You
romance.
didn't tell. You did not advise beforehand that this was such a stressful thing. There is drama involved,
I'm sorry,
and I could not watch
the
this.
fog was fucking traumatic, okay?
Anything that it
I
has
can
horror,
watch-
gore, something there
I-
is trauma involved.
Yes, I can watch anything as long as you tell me, look, this movie is like that, movie like that. I would
Sorry,
say,
I watched
sure
it
or
fucking
no.
5 years ago and or 10 years ago, and the fuck I'm gonna remember. So I had to issue a report written
Yes.
before. But get
You
out
just throw
of
me in the
here.
fucking lion's mouth. Prior warning.
It's a fucking movie. What do I need to issue a report
I don't know.
with bullet points?
So anyway, that's just my personal kind of taste. One would expect that I would be the one pushing for chick TV series, but he's the one who's pushing.
Well, you're
for
making
chick
me
TV
watch
series,
all the
and that
fucking
is
pinky
the-
shitty
and
things
that is the truth
with all
about
those blonde
Zombie
chicks
Sam.
there, those old blonde stupid things.
And do with that what you will.
You
That's-
may push me to watch those pinky shitty things that I'm like, what is this
What?
stupid thing?
What did I push you to watch?
All those Malachias blondes.
What blondes?
I don't remember the titles. The Miss
Was it-
Miss
Was it a series? Was it a movie?
movies.
So what was it?
That girl was everything was pink, Sophia, and then the other one with
Legally Blonde?
come on, yeah, that Malachia.
That was a chick flick. I had never watched it.
You are stuck with all these movies. Then you tell me about chick
He's-
flicks. I'm
he's
not
trying-
into chick flicks.
He's trying to retain part of his
What are you
dignity
talking
now,
about?
but it's too late.
The movies, and then
But it's
the
too
movies that
late.
you put in the list, all the movies are about your movies, not my movies. I don't have any movie that is chick flick.
Well,
The movies are all yours.
during the
I just
night,
have TV series.
can you stop covering the conversation so that I cannot speak, so I cannot defend myself? Shush.
Of course.
So during the 90s, I was highly resistant to 90s romantic comedies and stuff because I thought that they were super stupid and pointless and stuff. So right now I'm catching up on that, all the chick flicks and romantic comedies and stuff, Reese Witherspoon and Meg Ryan and whatnot, because apparently movies are so shit nowadays that I started appreciating the romantic movies of the 90s. I don't know what you guys think and how does that sound, but personally, like I don't think they make them like that anymore. And I do not find that there is a satisfying kind of like a feel-good movie lately. However, if you have a recommendation, just do let me know. So yeah, I'm catching up. So I watched Legally Blonde. It was actually very nice. We watched stuff like, what the fuck is this face?
I'm trying to keep my shit together while laughing at you.
You are 100% that girl.
Just a TV series,
Oh, Madonna.
which was 2 TV series.
that you are
Dawson's Creek, I Proposed, and Gilmore Girls, and Buffy. Buffy has nothing to do with chick. All the chick flicks are every.
It has something to do. It has something to do because Sarah Michelle Gellar. It's the reason why I didn't watch Buffy, because it had Sarah Michelle Gellar, which I hated because I hated the horror movies like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer and the Final Destination.
which is not
and,
a chick flick. Scream and
what was the other bullshit? Urban Legend and Jeepers Creepers and what? But stuff like Scream, it's like
those are.
I mean, I don't know. Let's say it's not my style. It's I do not appreciate that as a horror movie, like a real horror movie. How about
Those are
the
thrillers.
the original Japanese Ring
Claudia,
movies,
Claudia.
or Old Boy.
Claudia,
That was fucking
Stefania.
scary.
Those are not horror movies and are thrillers.
Well,
There is difference between horror and thriller.
I group them all together.
That's
Whatever makes
that's
you
a
scared.
peasant thing. to
Okay,
do.
I'm a peasant. Educate me.
Okay. A thriller is
Yes.
something that is supposed to give you tachycardia, just
Okay,
and pretend to make
The
you be
original-
scared, and that's it. Horror
Hmm?
is where you see blood and guts, and that's it. Blood. You kill.
so Hellraiser is a thriller.
Hellraiser is a horror
Is a
because the
horror.
guy is slashing people, is destroying people. Sophia.
Okay, I believe that was scary. It was very nice. It was a very nice, and the original Halloween movies.
Those
they were,
were horrors.
They were very, very nice.
horror movies.
But Scream and stuff like Scream. So anyway, whatever actor was involved, I did not appreciate. So I saw Sarah Michelle Gellar as the main character of Buffy, and I said that's going to be completely vomit. So I didn't watch it. That was a very big mistake because it was an excellent series, and I regret not watching it back then. Eventually, because every other character apart from Buffy was incredibly amazing.
That's it. How? Those were the three things
Are Christinaki.
I suggested.
Most movies now suck or are just remakes. Yes, or it's or they are Marvel. So yeah,
There you go.
I mean, like cinemas are reeking
Marvels
of
are-
superheroes. You
Marvels
want-
are taking things, from every possible thing that they had created. Now
every
they are
10th class
taking-
superhero they can remember.
and
They can dig up.
They are taking every possible comic. They are taking a pair. Oh, what did we write 50,000 years ago? Pair. Oh, we're gonna make Pair the superhero. See, what did they take from Jared Leto now? So what is this? I was
The
like,
one with Jared Leto.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't. I'm not aware.
Of course, they're gonna
of
take
that
Jared Leto
superhero.
because he's a selling point, and there is the superhero. Like,
Well,
what is this?
even if the
Another
movie,
unknown bullshit, and like,
even if the movie is shit, at least you can watch Jared Leto because he's swoon worthy. But maybe the movie is probably shit. But I don't know. I would need to watch it first.
anyway, Sophia.
So I could never watch Dawson's Creek. Joshua Jackson will always be Charlie Conway from the Mighty Ducks movie to me. I watched the Mighty Ducks in the cinema like 1,000 years ago.
The father,
But I
is
didn't remember.
the Flash, guys.
Well, I just, yeah, the father is a Flash. He has such that manly kind of beauty, very retro, from the 70s. He has a very 70s kind of face.
Father is the only Flash.
Happy Days is a classic. I haven't watched Happy Days, and chances are they didn't broadcast it in Greece to the
Such
best
a
to the
huge-
best of my knowledge. It's an old, is it 70s?
Yes,
It's a 70s kind of
and it's a huge TV series.
series.
Such a huge thing.
You guys should watch A Discovery of Witches. I had it in my to watch list. If you say that it's good, I'm gonna give it a try. Thank you. Happy Days was fine until Fons jumped the shark.
Yeah, of course.
So no Brazilian soaps.
Oh my god!
Those Brazilian soaps, they were so much in fashion, like in Greece, like in the 90s and stuff. But no, I haven't even watched half an episode. And whenever someone was watching like a scene on TV, I just made sure to see myself out, like on the spot. When Harry Met Sally, yes, this is the movies that I'm talking about. Stuff with Tom Hanks, with Meg Ryan. Jeepers Creepers was directed by a convicted pedophile.
Never watched Cheapest Creepers. Sorry.
I watched it in the cinema, and I was vomit. I mean, whenever I share my opinion on stuff, guys, don't take it as a personal attack to you. It's just that I tend to express my opinion like in a very graphic way, and it doesn't mean that it's bad or something. It's just that it was not to my liking, which is definitely not a universal truth. So I really didn't like Jeepers Creepers, and I was reading like the reviews of, I don't know, very famous people saying,
Oh my god, the scariest movie of all time.
and I was like, no. So a convicted pedophile, Victor Salva.
Good.
GBC liked your chairs. Oh, thank you. You have very good taste, like your mom. She says they look like thrones. Where technically they might be kind of like they're big enough for thrones. Check out my best friend's wedding with Julia Roberts. We did watch it, and it was so incredible. And I so much regret for not watching it in the 90s.
didn't
It was
like
so good.
it.
It was good.
Didn't.
It was really good.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, stuff with Julia Roberts and stuff like movies that make you really feel good back then when there was still hope and things were growing and you could afford being stuff like that, and then you start crying and you don't stop. But yeah, more on sappy TV choices on the next live stream. So I'm going to be analyzing and reacting to stuff like Dawson's Creek and Gilmore Girls more in detail. But now
Come on,
because
you like Gilmore Girls. Give me a break.
Overall it was okay, but the main characters were, I like the side characters, just like Buffy. I was there for the side characters. So anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Merry Christmas again to you. Christina, χρόνια πολλά, if you're still online. And we might or might not make a last live stream until the end of the year, like in the next few
We should
days.
see. Let's see where she is with
Lyrics and
album.
everything. But thank you very much for tuning in.
She's digging around
And taking
we
time,
do
precious
nothing.
time of your holidays and family time. And yeah, I guess we will catch up pretty soon.
Ciao.
Yep. Thank you very much. Bye bye.